So let's keep those runs coming in for today. Next up on the schedule, we have a Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Soup % run from veryberrykeri. Now, I'll let her explain a little bit more about it as we get into it. So let's take it away.
Two, one.
Hello, everybody. I'm veryberrykeri. I am back, and this is Scholar of the First Sin. As mentioned, soup %. Can I get some exclamation point soup in the chat? As we know, everybody loves soup, and it is around dinner time for a lot of the people that are watching right now. I put this category, I guess, together because I also am well known for loving soup. So, what we're going to do for the next however long is get y'all some soup as quickly as we can. And I am here with my commentator, Metroid Crime.
Hello, I am Metroid Crime, and I'm so excited to be here for a soup %.
Yes. These are two things that apparently Metroid Crime does not like, soup nor Dark Souls 2. I knew about the Dark Souls 2, but I was not quite sure about the soup.
Yeah, so you see, personally, I'm not a huge fan of soup. There's certain soups that I like. I'm a huge fan of split pea soup. I could also mess with a good, creamy tomato soup, but in general, not my favorite. But I am, however, a fan of you and your run and your soup % run, and I wanted to be here because, we'll talk about it a little bit more once you actually get started.
All right, thank you. I am glad to hear that you're a fan of me and my run. It is a very fun little short ditty, and while I do think that there is a soup for everybody, if you are in chat and you do not like soup, that is completely okay. There are members of my family that do not like soup, and I can understand. I could murder a bowl of ramen. I mean, same. So when we start the run, if you have some donations, if you want to comment the type of soup that is your favorite, go ahead, let me know, and I will judge silently. I promise, very silently. I guess we should get started then. What do you think we should name the character that is soup related?
Oh gosh. I mean, there is the classic, have some soup.
Have some soup? Okay, have some soup. That works. All right, so this run is pretty short. You start just like any normal speed run. We're not going to show you any of the lore, even though people will debate if there is lore in these sorts of games. And we just kind of run around as fast as we can. We do this weird stop, run, start, run thing because you don't want to let your stamina run all the way out, because if it does, then you can't run anymore. And since we want to go fast, we want to get to the soup as fast as possible, we don't want to let the stamina run out. So I'm going to skip this. I'm going to use my keyboard. Have some soup.
Perfect.
And
yeah, we don't want that soup to get cold. We got to rush there. Got to go fast.
You got to be real fast. You always got told that you're letting your food get cold, and we don't want that to happen. So we choose some very specific things. And we leave this door. And this is a very important bonfire. Normally in a run you wouldn't take that because you never come back here, but we have to come back here for some very specific reasons. We'll find out later. And we keep running, we do a lot of running in a speed run. I can't imagine why. And we come up to the most dangerous part of the run just about immediately. And if y'all in chat could, snap your fingers, clap your hands, give me some good luck. Hold your thumbs. See if I can actually do this trick. Because
sending you all the energy.
Yeah, send me all of your energy. Because I don't know if I can. There we go. I did it.
Oh, nice. Wow, that was awesome.
Normally, I just bounce off the rock and die. So that was, was pretty nice.
It's much more favorable, yeah.
Yeah. And we go straight to a boss. Oh, I let my stamina run out. That's fine. We go straight to a boss, and we also get naked. That's not really completely necessary, but it does help psychosomatically, so we do it anyway. We haven't hurt anybody yet, even though this is a Dark Souls game, and we won't for a little while, because, I mean, you shouldn't really have to have any violence for soup. It's very, very important. So now's where we take our clothes off. We try to be very fast. One of the reasons that we picked this class is because of some specific things that we... Soap is not soup. That is very good words. Though, the other day when I did make soap, it did look like soup. I showed some pictures of it in progress, and people thought it was soup. I think that may be partially related to my love for soup, and people assuming that something I have in a pot must be soup, but I don't know. So here we're going to do another tricky jump, but it is not actually that tricky, unless we just mess it up. We did take a lot of damage there, but that's fine as long as this guy doesn't hit us. Okay, we lived. And now we count. We count to 6 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he goes off the edge. And we wait just a little bit. Yep, we still didn't hurt him. It was all his fault.
Pacifist soup run.
Yep. Well, I guess.
Yeah, you know, for now.
Yeah, for now. It could be an entirely pacifist soup run, but we're not gonna do an entirely pacifist soup run because that just gets bothersome. I was gonna do this with one hand, but it does get even more complicated when you try it with one hand for reasons I can't quite identify. And not it just being one hand. This game is easier to play with one hand than people think. So if you have any donations, now would be a good time while we wait for this door.
Sure, I'll actually take this moment to bump up some amazing incentives that we have going on tonight, actually. So the biggest one that's coming up is for our Say No More language choice. Right now, Gaelic is in the lead, but I don't know, I think we might be able to get Icelandic to pass it if we push, so let's see what y'all can do.
Thank you very much. I don't really remember much Gaelic, but I think I still remember more Gaelic than I do Icelandic, which is 0. So yeah, everybody decide which one you want to hear, but I think it is only the word no.
Do you happen to know what the word no is in Gaelic?
No.
No.
I don't. And it is not the word no being the word no. So this is kind of a spooky part. And I forgot once more to do the thing that would make it a little bit easier, but we'll be fine. So we have to lead a bunch of people up these stairs and not get stabbed in the back. We're doing this still a little bit more pacifist-y. We almost lost our ability to adventure there. That was pretty close to our knees. We run over here. We run up here. We just generally ignore everybody. Go up these stairs. And we're going to wait for this guy. We could just attack him. Oh, there's 2. But, you know, we don't want to take the time for that. And now we're going to despawn them, I hope. There we go. And now we buy some... What's it called? I forgot words. Here I am talking about words that I remember in a different language and I forget English. Cinnamon.
Words are hard.
Oh yeah, words are difficult sometimes. If you forget words, don't worry about it. You can just make them up. That's how they all got made. We get our little bit of cinnamon and we come back to this place, which normally you don't ever come back to unless you're trying to go to the crows up there, which they're very lovely crows. And we got to wake this guy up over here. And I have some ooze, which is one of the reasons that we pick this class, which I'm going to put on my little dagger, which normally doesn't do very much by itself. And this just helps us through a little bit faster because this is a speed run. A soup run, speed run. And now we see the frogs. Everybody loves the frogs. But they drop kick you sometimes. And that's trouble. See, they tried it again.
They're so silly looking.
They are. The 2 problems with them is they either drop kick you or they have bad breath. Neither thing is very, very fun to deal with. Especially if they both happen at the same time. And we come over here to this guy. We deal with him pretty easily. And we knock down this tree, which is the most important tool in the run. The other reason that we choose this class is because it starts with something that people hate about this game. And that is the iframes in the form of ADP. And people hate that, you know, you have the different iframes as a stat, but this class starts with the most of them. So without leveling it all, just at our base level, we can much more easily dodge these ogres. And like onions, their AI has layers, so we gotta be really careful. We gotta lure them over to the bridge. Because I can only kill 1, which is why it's not a fully pacifist run. Only one of them is going to be lured. And for some reason... Here we go. I think we got that one. Nope. That was really close.
Almost.
This is the hardest part of playing with one hand, is their AI for some reason changes. And it might just be for the way that I move when I'm playing with one hand. There we go.
Oh, nice. There we go.
And here we have our last tool, which is the reason that we pick this class to start, which is the Witching Urns. There we go. The pursuer spawns here, so we have to be rude to the pursuer and stand here and stare. And then they get upset and leave.
Wow, that's intimidating.
Yeah. So now we can kill the last ogre with just our little bombs instead of having to do everything as a pacifist, because we give up on that. We want our soup.
Yeah, we're hangry.
Yeah. It happens. That's what all those Snickers commercials are about, except for imagine if they were soup. Can you imagine Snickers soup? That would be so gross.
It'd be disgusting.
Just gotta be careful of who you say that to, or they might try it. So now we killed that last ogre, and we can run over back to these maids. Well, I guess only one of them is a maid. And we get time as soon as I quit after getting the ladle. In like 3, 2, 1, there we go. And let's see what the time
Nice.
was. It's going to say something about being offline. Because the
As it
servers aren't
does.
back. Okay, continue. Have some soup. 11:30. Nice.
Wow, nice. Good job.
Thank you. It's not quite a
Um,
PB, but it's still pretty good for speedrunning soup.
yeah, definitely. And this is probably the first premiere of Soup Percent on an event, right?
Yes, as far as I know,
Yes.
this is the first premiere of Soup Percent at a speedrunning event or a gaming event. And I do encourage anybody who wants to play a speedrun of a Souls game, especially Dark Souls 2, to start with something easy like a Soup Percent, because instead of having to do like a 2-hour run where it's like, oh, I messed up the run, now I have to either reset and do another 2 hours, or it's just not going to be a run that I like. With a 15-minute, 10-minute, 20-minute run or something like this, it's fun, it's jaunty. If you mess it up, you're not losing 2 hours of your time, and it's nice fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I have to say, I really definitely wanted to be your commentator for this run because I was having here's a story. I was personally having a particularly terrible time with Dark Souls 2, and Carrie loves this game like so much. And when I was playing through, Carrie actually came into my game as the character, have some soup with a ladle, and helped me out. You know, fed me some soup and got me on my way. And I am extremely grateful for that. And so it's really awesome to see you put together the Soup Percent run. This was great, and I'm so glad that you were able to show this off today.
Thank you for having me, Metroid Crime, and thank you to Lady Arcaders and everybody who's here and watching and donating. I'm so happy to be here and showing you my fun little soup run.
Is there somewhere we can find you?
Yes. I have Twitch, which is veryberrykeri. I have Twitter, which is veryberrykeri. I have Instagram. Like I said, with the Honey Bunny Kagome's run, basically anywhere I want you to find me is veryberrykeri. And I do. I don't stream as much as I used to, but I do this sort of thing. I play mostly Dark Souls 2.
Nice.
So thank you for having me here.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lady Arcaders Super Showcase 2022. How we all doing? I hope y'all been doing amazing and that you enjoyed that good soup that we just had with veryberrykeri in Dark Souls 2. Wasn't that amazing? I thought that was amazing. So, if you need to be caught up on what all we're doing tonight, let me tell you a little bit about the event. So, we have been busy raising money for Rethink Breast Cancer. And Rethink Breast Cancer's mission is to empower young people worldwide who are concerned about and affected by breast cancer by taking a breakthrough approach to education, advocacy, support, community building, and fundraising initiatives. So take heart in knowing that every single one of your donations is going to this incredible cause. We have been seeing so many great donations rolling in tonight, so let's keep that ball rolling as we continue our slightly spooky part of the showcase. So, like I had said, we have some incentives that we are working towards as well. Our Say No More language choice is well on its way, and we are pushing to either keep the Gaelic language choice in the lead or maybe see an Icelandic takeover. So, let's get a little bit more going and see what's going to happen.